Thank you for tuning in from wherever you are, from the living room or wherever. And this is Angela Logan, and I'm coming to you from Bronson Park, downtown Kalamazoo, with the Recovery Institute Fair Festival. We are capturing stories from our community, hoping that they would share their recovery stories with us or whatever they feel comfortable sharing with us. Right now, I have the privilege of being with Mr. Ryan. How are you doing, Mr. Johnson? How are you today?
I'm doing pretty well there. What's the first name?
Angie.
Angie. Thank you. Yes, I'm doing pretty well.
Good. I'm glad to
I
hear
was
it.
a little bit low when I started out this morning
Sure.
at this place, but once it got up and running and it was actually open to the public, I've been feeling quite good.
That is great.
Been
That is
been a
great.
lot of stuff going on, and I've kind of tried to engage with all of it
Sure.
to some extent.
Yeah. So, why don't we start at the beginning? Tell me
All right.
a little bit about yourself,
Okay.
who you are, where you come from,
All right.
that type of stuff.
I am a Michigan native, though I was born in Detroit
Okay.
in the late 50s. So I guess you could call me a late baby boomer. I lived in suburban Detroit until I was about 12. Then I moved up to near Flint, Michigan, and lived there until I reached my college age. Then I graduated from college. I went to U of M Flint branch of U of M, and Oakland University in Rochester, down by Detroit. I went between those two schools. I was in school for 4 years. I got my bachelor's degree. I've had five good paying salaried jobs.
Okay.
Back in the 80s. I haven't had them in quite a while now. But back in
Okay.
the 1980s, I had some really good jobs.
Right.
They were prestigious and they were challenging, and they were
Okay.
for the most part, a lot of fun.
Wow.
But
Okay.
I did not know how severe my mental illness was at that time. I didn't even learn that until after those 5 jobs had all been failed.
Yeah.
Actually, a couple of them didn't fail.
Okay.
The first 2 really didn't fail. I just left. I just quit.
Okay.
The last 3, well, the third one was probably my best one of the 5. That was with the company on Long Island called Grumman.
Okay.
But the last 2 jobs that lasted from 86 to 88. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's right. 1986 to 1988. I had two different jobs. One in Philadelphia, and one in California, Southern
Okay.
California.
Okay.
I have been in treatment for mental illness for the majority of my life. Okay. I've been on medication and seen a psychiatrist since, off and on since I became an adult at about age 22.
Okay.
Okay. I took some time off of seeing the psychiatrist and taking the meds. I took some time off from that, but I went back to it in early 91 on the heels of my separation from an eventual divorce from my first wife.
Okay.
I've had a second wife, and I knew her here.
All right.
Unfortunately, she's deceased. She
sorry to hear
passed
that.
away in March of last year. Now my illness is obsessive compulsive disorder, and a personality disorder that I'm not quite sure what the label for that is.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what type of personality disorder I actually have. I was diagnosed at one time with having borderline personality disorder, but I've had at least one professional tell me that that's not appropriate. It's not what I suffer from.
Okay.
It's different. So I don't know exactly who to think. I don't worry too much about it, but I know I've got a personality disorder of one kind or another, but I just don't know exactly what kind. And I guess you could say it doesn't matter to me that much. I moved here to Kalamazoo in 2010.
Oh, okay.
2010. Was living with my mother down in Florida prior to that. Okay. But I moved up here in 2010, and my sister, who's been living here her entire adult life. Okay, she found a mobile home for me and my mother, both of
Okay.
us, which we moved into in summer of 2010. Okay, right after we got here, and then my mother got sicker with her dementia and
Okay.
Alzheimer's. She got the condition her condition with those two illnesses were so great. Actually, it was just one illness. Dementia was it, Alzheimer's. Um, anyway, her condition became sufficiently severe for her to have to check into or have to live in a assisted living nursing home. Okay,
Okay.
that left me alone in the house,
All right.
and I fended for myself as best I could for few years, not too many years, but about what 7 8 years, whatever it was.
Okay.
Um, I moved out of after my mother passed away in 2000 in 2016. When she passed away, then after she passed away, I moved out. I'd met a woman through Recovery Institute.
Okay.
Okay, that's where Recovery Institute starts playing a role in this. I'd not been in Kalamazoo up until 2010, like I said, and it's only been the last 15 years
Right,
that I've
right.
been involved with RI in any capacity at all.
Sure.
So I met this gal in 2016, 2017, something like that.
Okay.
Okay. And we fell in love and we got married at the courthouse over here. It's kind of a secular wedding that was a very secular wedding. It
Okay.
was not religious at all.
All right.
Not that I wanted it that way. I wanted to have a religious,
Oh,
Christian marriage. But my wife was different with me on that.
okay.
My soon to be wife. So her name was Judy, and I met her in 2016 or so. We married in 2019. Uh, we moved from between a couple apartments and the place where I'm living right now. I'm living in a mobile home over in the southeast side of Kalamazoo now, um, and have been for a couple of years. During that time, that's when my wife passed away. When we were living
Oh,
in that same house that I'm living in now, I
okay.
decided to stay in that house.
Okay.
Okay. I'm getting treatment.
That's so wonderful.
I haven't been in the hospital in many years, thank God.
That's great.
Yeah, that's good. I have, like I said, been in both therapy and psychotherapy. I've seen both a therapist and a psychiatrist. Is what I'm
Okay.
trying to say.
Okay.
Psychiatrist medicates me. The therapist talks to me.
Sure. Sure.
Um, I've been doing that for quite a few years now.
That's great.
Doing those activities, and got involved with RI. First, I got involved with Power Group. Okay, before I was a board member. Later, I became a member of their board.
That's
Okay? I'm
great.
still waiting for election results from the most recent election to see if I'm still on the board because I'm
Okay.
not sure I am.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah. So can I
I'd love to
ask,
be on the board, but it's not all that important that I do it. It's not going to kill me if I don't.
when you
Yeah,
started, if I can ask, excuse me, I'm
sure.
sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
If you can tell me when you started interacting with the Recovery Institute,
Yeah.
how did they help you to the point to that you're stable now, where you're at now? How
Well,
did
I'd be lying if I said I was completely stable now.
Okay.
I'm still struggling with
Okay.
things.
And
Okay.
that's fine. Yeah.
But I have made improvement, and I know that God has enabled me to move along the Christian road to recovery.
That's great.
Over a period of time, and I have moved that much closer to being well. Um, but how RI helped me? By taking me into Power Group. That was really number one.
That's
Okay,
great. That's great.
that was within a year or so after I started interacting with RI at all, that they took me into Power Group. They let me participate in Power Group, and I've been doing that for since 2014 or 13, I forget which, but it's been over 10 years that I've been involved in Power
That
Group.
is great.
Yeah.
That is great.
Oh yeah, I'm praising the Lord for all of that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's important to me.
Yeah.
Then as I mentioned earlier, I ran for a board position on the board of directors of RI, and I got elected to that. So that was 2017 or 2018, I forget which. 2017. I'm tempted to think.
Great.
So, and I mentioned a moment ago, we've had another election because my term came up. My term was expiring.
Sure.
As a board member, and I was treasurer of the board there for a while too.
Okay.
My term was up, so they had to hold another election. I had to apply for a job on the board. If I wanted to stay on the board, I had to apply for a job all over again with an application letter. It's like starting from scratch.
Like starting from scratch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was interviewed for that job last month sometime, last month in August. I still haven't heard the results, and so I don't know where I stand at this point in time with regard to the board of directors at RI. I don't know if I'm on them or not, if I'm one of them or not. As I said, it's not going to kill me if I'm not, but it's nice. It's nice to have because I enjoy working on the board.
Yeah.
And as treasurer in particular, if they elect me back to that too, that would be fantastic.
Well, my fingers are crossed for you.
So are mine. So are mine.
That's great. That's great.
That's how I got involved with RI. So the first thing they did was hire me into Power Group. Then they gave me the board position. And I've just been interacting. I've gotten to know Sean Harris very, very well.
Yes, Sean.
He's a marvelous person toward me. He's so benevolent and so understanding. He really is great toward me. I thank God for him every day, practically.
Yeah.
As far as the church involvement, it took me a while to shop around. Shortly after, within the first 3-4 years after I got here in 2010, but eventually I arrived at Second Reformed Church of Kalamazoo out on Stadium Drive.
Yeah.
And I decided to become a member there. So I've been a member there for quite a few years now and haven't gone to any other church at all. But it took me a while to find a good home church, and I eventually did so, as I said.
Yeah.
I guess that pretty much brings you up to date. Did that answer your questions for me?
Yes, it did.
Do you want to know fill in any gaps?
You answered it.
Oh, okay.
I thank you so much for sharing all of that with
I have a tendency to go on and on and not ramble. Sometimes I do ramble, but to be very long-winded in my answer to my questions. But I apologize if I took too much time. You're saying I'm fine. I'll take that to heart and say, okay, I was fine. I didn't say too much.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it and sharing your story.
Thank you, Angie.
That was another wonderful story coming to you. Hope that it helped you and inspired you. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Whoa. Can't tell you how much fun that was.
PMN. Media for you, by you.